Yo, Lockbox, we back in here with another video. I'm your host, Lock. Like I say, let's lock in. Alright, Lockbox Nation, we are live and on your station. And one more thing, shout out to the subs who always show love. I'm your host, Lock. Let's lock in. If this is your first time tapping into the channel, this is a channel that focuses on the Dallas Mavericks along with other NBA news. So make sure you tap that bell, hit the subscribe button, tap in so you can be back in. Let's get into it. So a lot has happened in the past few weeks. The Dallas Mavs are undefeated in the last 6 games. I know it's impossible. How did we get here? It's so many things and so many moving parts that has happened for us to be in the position that we're in now. We had to lose a few people, like Richaun Holmes. I know we wanted Richaun Holmes to get more playing time, especially when he was competing against the White Pal. But it might have been more than Jason Kidd, more so the front office. And even if it was Jason Kidd, was it justified? Because the position that we're in now, by not playing certain people, got us the people who we needed to be able to contend. So I don't know if we need the Jason Kidd a little more credit or give it all to Nico. I mean, depending on how you feel, shoe can be on the other foot.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
But since we're here, let's talk about how we got here. Some of the moving parts that had the Seth Curry, Grant Williams, they both went to Charlotte. And that's how we got the PJ, along with some other picks. And then we got the one and only Daniel Gafford, which is a starting center, but a solid, beyond solid backup center that any team that is competing would love to have on their team. And he's here in Dallas with the Mavericks, Luka Doncic and Kyrie. And those names alone are not the only reason why. We also have the emergence of Josh Green, who's starting to come out of his shell, and he is knocking down clutch corner shots, along with well-needed three-pointers when we're in times of need. He might not score the most points, but when he does score, they are definitely clutch baskets. And then let's go on to Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy is starting to get some more of those Tim Hardaway minutes, which had to come down. Because for the longest, the Dallas Mavericks were live by the 3 and die by the 3 team. And we're starting to shed that, we're starting to shed that MO. We no longer have a pattern. We are undimensional. Therefore, we can form and shape to any playing style that we need. Whether it's Kyrie going off, Luka going off, maybe giving Pj Washington some run, Jaden Hardy. For a few minutes, maybe Tim Hardaway. And don't forget about the 2 big men, our Twin Towers. And no, I'm not talking about Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. I'm talking about D-Live and Daniel Gafford. 2 of the most underrated centers in the game. But guess who's not underrated? Luka Doncic. Kyrie has been slept on, but people are waking up. Now, if you like me, we're not woke. We've been up. So therefore, we already know what Kyrie's capable of. Now, the fact that the whole team is healthy, with the exception of Dante Exum, I don't even know if we will need Dante Exum. But this ship is moving. This ship is on the go, and we are not making any stops. A lot of people are asking, am I too high on the Dallas Mavericks? Dallas Mavericks fans, MFFLs, are we too high on the Dallas Mavericks? My answer to that is hell no. Because we done seen all these other teams get in these positions where they go on a run. They go on 3 games, and their whole fan base is excited. And they're telling us how good they are, and at the same time, they put our team down. They talk about the teams that beat us But then when we beat the good teams, they say we haven't played anybody. Or when we play teams that the good teams have lost to, and then we blow them out the water with an unhealthy lineup. The Dallas Mavericks have had the most interchangeable starters in this season. They have not had their complete roster for nowhere near half of the season. Maybe even only a fourth of the game, with the exception of this last 6-game stretch. And not even everybody was healthy during that. But Dallas Mavericks fans, MFFLs, I tell you now, we are not too high on the Dallas Mavericks. Everybody outside the Dallas Mavericks are too low on us. We're not too high, they're too low. So I say this here, Dallas Mavericks fan, hold your head high, hold your chest out. We have something to be proud about because we're on a roll. We're hot. We have two of the most dynamic backcourt players in the NBA that nobody wants to see in the playoffs. Axe Thunder. Axe the Oklahoma City Thunder. Currently, we're sitting at the 7th seed in the West, and we are moving fast. The people who are in front of us, you better look in your mirror. And all the teams that are ahead of us in the top 1 through 4 seeds, they have to play each other. One of them has to lose. And as they lose, and we continue to be healthy and give you a full game of solid center play, dynamic center play, aggressive center play, active hands on defense, rebounding, shuffling the puppies. Defense. Getting from point A to point B. The Dallas Mavericks are exciting to watch. And that was before everybody was healthy. Just imagine how they were now. Let's talk about the Kyrie Irving alley-oop. Did that catch you off guard? Come on now. Be honest. Kyrie took off, and I saw that ball go over there. I was like, who is he throwing it to? I didn't know who was in the game. Now, I'm going to be playing Jason Kidd's little interview of how he was talking about Kai called it in the timeout. Jason Kidd said, no, let's stick to a bounce pass. Josh Green said, Kyrie wants a oop. So I'm gonna put him one up there. I'm going to double tap the Y for him.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was.
So we finally get to hear people talk about the actual alley-oop that Kyrie made. These comments went under the radar for a lot of people. Check it out and let me know what you think. Drop it down below.
Shout out to Josh Green, perfect pass. He had the belief in me. A lot of my teammates didn't think that I could catch lobs, but I told him to look at my summer highlights, man.
That boy got up there and then
it felt
cocked it
good
back.
to get up there and convert that dunk. And it's not too often you see me dunk, so I'm grateful that I got a highlight here, man.
Hey, that boy got
called for
bounced.
it in the timeout, and I just told Josh, like, let's stick to a bounce pass.
A bounce pass.
And so they made sure to let me know that he could still go, that he could get up there, because he wanted that in the
Yeah,
timeout.
you gotta
And
feed him.
I
You
thought
gotta
he
feed
was
him.
being funny.
That's a
but he was
statement
not
right
being
there.
funny.
I honestly thought it was Tim Hardaway. But then when I saw that 1-1, it was so nice you got to say it twice. 11. That's why that's the number one number. 11. How can you be first more than once? Twice. 11. 1-1. Only thing better than being first is being first twice. When I saw that, I saw him cock that and slam that thing down. The popcorn went on the floor. The popcorn was popping on the floor. I was too hyped. MFFLs were too hyped. Dallas Mavericks fans were too hyped. Luka fans were too hyped. Kyrie fans were too hyped. San Antonio Spurs fans were even hyped. But that's only half of what's going on. Let me get into some numbers for you. Let's get into Luka. Luka the D Diesel. Luka Mack Truck. Yeah. On defense, that boy a stone wall. He plant them puppies in front of you, run into him, you gonna hit the ground. Luka is averaging 34.2 points. He's also averaging 8.8 rebounds. His points leaves him first in the league in points. That's crazy. Rebounds with 8.8. He is 18th. Luka's not a center, y'all. He's also at 9.5 assists. That 5 is a little suspect, so we're going to round it up. He's 10 assists, man. You know, once you hit that 5, you're not rounding down, so we're going to go ahead and go up. And he's third in the league. You see that? And then also his field goals, he's 49.2% from the field. 53rd. I mean, considering there's a top 100 list, that's not bad. Next, we got the one and only Kyrie Madman Irving, who is averaging 25.5 points a game. Just imagine if he hadn't been injured all this time. Kyrie would probably be averaging the same amount of points as Luka. And we all know he definitely can. Did you see the way he was attacking Victor Wembanyama in the paint? Like, yeah, I know how long you are. I know how long your wingspan is. But it can't help you now. You're going against Uncle Drew, Kyrie the Madman Irving. Kyrie the Magical Master. Mr. Yo-Yo on a string. Ball on a string. Yeah. Come here. Go over there. Now you see it. Now you don't. Man, Kyrie the Madman Irving. So let me go ahead and get into Kyrie. Kyrie is averaging 25.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and it's shooting 49.1% from the field, which is amazing. And Kyrie is definitely getting them buckets. Next, you know we couldn't leave Timmy Hardaway Jr. off. Timothy is averaging 17.3 points a game, which is 59th. He's rebounding at 3.6 per game, which is, it says 150 plus. That's a very specific number. Assists 1.7, 150 plus as well. And then his field goal percentage is 41.4, 138. So, you know, top 100, I wouldn't be on there. But Timmy has been able to accept or take on a smaller role with limited minutes. Therefore, he could be more selective with the shots he put up. Therefore, it'll be hard for anyone to shoot us out of a game. Therefore, if we're not making those three, we're not dying by those threes, which is a good identity for the Dallas Mavericks to now have. One more person we got to get into who has been a key part of the defense, the front line, or at least the middle line that we have had this season, is Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones Jr. has been the steal of the year, coming in on a low contract and just being able to step right in, be the glue, guard a lot of great offensive talents, and be able to limit them. I'm not going to say he stopped them because it's hard to stop anybody who is as offensively gifted in this league as many superstars that we have. But somebody that can get out there, bang with them, long wingspan, and definitely is a vertical threat that can deter a lot of offensive players from getting to certain spots on the court so that he makes their job difficult. So Derrick Jones Jr., shout out to you. We really appreciate you and all the hard work that you have done this season, especially the way you were coming off hitting that 3-ball. I know you have become a little bit hesitant, or he has become a little hesitant as the season goes on. But are these the times we really want him shooting? Or would you rather him drive it in, create pressure, kick out, or take it to the basket, try to get a foul? I don't know if I necessarily want him shooting that 3-point shot. I understand if he's open, but if he doesn't feel he's going to make it and he can cause more havoc going downhill and then getting the ball out to a more confident shooter, then I'm okay with that. But let's go ahead and go over his stats, which has went down a little bit. I mean, he hasn't really been playing much ever since the trade started. I mean, he gets in there, plays a little bit, but those minutes that were his, he's having to share now. And his points per game are 9.6. He's 150 plus in the league. Rebounds 3.7, which is 148, which he's barely under that 150, which is positive. And his assist is 1 assist, and that's 150 plus. And his field goal percentage is going to be 48.6%. Now let's get into the new additions, because I covered pretty much everybody else. Let's go Gaff, Big Gaff. So Gaff is 11.1 points, per game, which is 131st in the league. He's also 8.3 rebounds, which is 27th in the league. And he has 1.5 assists, which is 150 plus in the league. Now, we do need Daniel Gafford to step up in that short role, which I'm pretty sure he will do as the time comes along. And he knows that he has shooters that are going to shoot. And if they don't have an option, they'll pass it to someone else, and they might even feed it back down to him low. Sometimes you need just some ball movement to get the pass out the paint to the corner and back to the paint. Therefore, it's an easy dunk because you got a lot of people shifting and moving in transition, and they're not able to stay in front of the man who they assume is supposed to get the ball. So we create gaps. Also, he's 8.3 rebounds a game, which is 27th, which is top 50 in the league. His assists, 1.5, like I just said. And his field goal percentage around, which I would say around the rim, is 68.3, which is first. That's crazy. Lucky us. They were sleep on D-Gaff. But now we got a Gaff saying they slept on Gaff. Yeah. Next, let's go to Pj Washington. And no, I'm not going to pull up his numbers from 3. I know everybody wants to hear that. He's a defensive player. He's a lockdown defender. All right. So he's averaging 13.3 points a game, which is 97th in the league. He's also averaging 5.3 rebounds, which is 78 under the top 100. Assists, 2.2 assists a game. Field goal percentage, 44.4%, which is 119th in the league. Not bad overall stats for PJ, especially if he's a lockdown defender. Last but not least, the player I'm going to go over is the live man himself. Yeah, I said live. D-Live. Derek Lively II, who is finally back after having that broken nose. And boy, I think some things were happening while he was resting. Is it me, or did he put on some weight? Derek Lively II has been in the weight room. I can only assume. Why else would they keep him out that long? Especially when you have Maxie, who also has a broken nose. Yeah, this was the perfect time for them to get Gaff in and then get Lively in the weight room so he can pick up some pounds because the second half of the season is coming. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Derek Lively was in the weight room with a face mask on his Darth Vader Batman stuff. Yeah. He was in the time capsule. Yeah, Goku. He was in there training. Gravity heavy. Derek Lively was in the weight room when he got back in the game after being out. That wasn't Little Lively. That wasn't the Stick Man. That was D-Live. Dominate Live. Yeah. The D stands for dominate. Dominate Lively. D Lively. Dominate Lively. That's his new name. If he hadn't missed those games, he'll be a lot higher than all these stats. And you know I ain't lying. We got 9.2 points a game. Yeah, not bad for a rookie. 7.8 rebounds a game. Not bad for a rookie. It's not even bad for a non-rookie. 1.3 assists. Now, I did say Gafford need to work on the short roll, but Derek Lively only has 1.3. But Derek Lively only has 1.3 assists. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Gaff had 1.5. So his short roll might be comparable to that of what we are used to from seeing from Lively. He just haven't had the people who can knock down those shots. His field goal percentage is 73.6. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's one of the highest among rookies. And it's pretty high around the average in the league for centers. Lively is finishing those. Granted, most of them are alley-oops or right around the basket, but he's finishing them. More than I can say about a lot of other people. So, Lockbox Nation, what's the recap? Long story short, No, we're not too high on the Dallas Mavericks. Everybody else is too low on us. Simply, they are too low. The Dallas Mavericks are finally getting to a place in the standings where they should be. They finally have the right pieces around Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Yes, I said and because they're 1A and 1A. Maybe 1A, 1B. Out of respect. The two-headed monster Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, and Luka Doncic. We'll say led by Luka. These two players are nothing to sleep on. So Dallas Mavs fans, MFFLs, when somebody say you're too high on the Dallas Mavericks, say no. You're just starting to wake up. So Dallas Mavs fans, MFFLs, when people say you're too high on the Dallas Mavericks, you say no. You're too low. We're not woke. We've been up. We knew this was coming. Lockbox Nation, signing off your station.